Power 104.1, The Source, Memphis #1 Southern Soul and R&B station. This is Tate Jones on your microphone. Say it with me now. Tate Jones on your microphone. And I want to welcome everybody out to the Tate Jones Show on this Sunday afternoon. Oh, I am so excited of the guests I have in the studio today. So you need to go tell a friend to tell another friend that Tate Jones is on the microphone. We're going to take a few minutes to take care of some bills. But when I come back, we will have no one other than Pastor Derek, the Change Man Smith. Power 104.1, The Source, Memphis #1 Southern Soul and R&B station. This is Tate Jones on the microphone. I'm happy to be in the Power Studios today. And the guest that we have in the studio right now is Derek, the Change Man Smith. So everybody under the sound of my voice, can you please give a warm round of applause for today's guest? How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, sir. Thank you so much for having me, Tate. I appreciate you for allowing me to grace this blessed space that you got up here on 104.1. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I'm happy for you to be in the building. You know, I'm so happy. Matter of fact, I'm supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's how I'm feeling today.
Yes, sir. I love it. What he said.
Welcome to the city of Memphis.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, man. This is a lovely city, a musical city.
It is.
And I feel like I'm at home, even though I may be a transplant, but I feel like I'm like my roots are here, bro.
Oh, man. So many roots are here. I can see how you can feel
yes,
that way,
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
On a lot of people's shoulders I stand.
Yes.
From being a jet coming up in just for passion and love for soul music. So many people were birthed out this Mecca. I call it a Mecca, the Mecca of Memphis.
Man.
And so, man, it's just amazing to be in this city, bro. Just amazing to be here.
Well, plenty of my fans and Power 104 fans have heard me say it again. Memphis have such a rich music heritage. Oh, what a rich music heritage.
Sir.
And I'm glad to have you in the city. Now, for people that may not know Pastor Smith.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit something about you.
Yes, sir. I am Pastor Derek, the Change Man Smith, CEO of SKD Entertainment. SKD stands for something kind of different, record label entertainment production conglomeration. And I'm also the visionary founding pastor of Cross Serve Ministries Worldwide. God gave me instructions when it came to ministry to do a quadrant. He said, love the people, teach the people. He said, to love them, help restore them, teach them, and then send them. And so we cross economical boundaries, gender boundaries, financial boundaries, any type of boundaries. We cross those boundaries to serve, to love, to restore, to teach, and to send back out. And so I love soul music. I'm a prolific songwriter, musician, producer, serial entrepreneur, with several different companies. I own a car dealership as well. But most importantly, man, I'm a soul baby. I love soul music, and I love God's people, man.
Well, you know what? I love soul music also.
Yes, sir.
And I definitely love God people, and I feel I'm one of God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why I love you.
Now, you know, a lot of time when I interview artists, I always ask them, how did you start out? How did you start out? And I would say about 90% of the artists that I interview start out in the church.
Absolutely.
And I tell them, I say, you know what? Back in the 60s and during that civil rights era, most meetings that we had was in the church.
Absolutely.
We sung in front of an audience because I sung in the angel choir.
Come on, sir.
I was the president of the angel choir.
Come on, this little line of mine. You still remember?
Yeah, I remember it. And then I was in the junior choir.
Yes, sir.
But I was a choir voice.
Yes, sir.
So I wasn't that lead singer.
Uh-huh.
But I used to say Easter speeches and Christmas speeches.
Yes, sir.
So
I can see what your black and white on now, rocking side to side.
That's what I'm talking about. So that was one of the early stages of preparing me.
Yes, sir.
To speak in front of an audience.
Yes, sir.
So now let me just throw one more example in there.
Come on.
Because we're doing it right now with so many of the music that's today. In the movie that Jamie Foxx made with Ray Charles.
Yes, sir.
you know, when he was sitting at that piano,
Mm-hmm.
and he started playing that song, and the lady said, "Don't be doing that blasphemy, Ray. Don't be doing that
Yes, sir.
blasphemy, Ray."
Yes, sir.
But it happens a lot, because music does something to the soul.
You know, if I could just insert right there.
Go ahead.
I love where you started and where this has already taken us, because this is my mandate. James 1:17 says, every good and perfect gift comes from above. When you say that people started out in church, they have to, because that's where the origination comes. I ask everybody, in anything that you're doing, in any type of skills, where's the receipt that you bought it from? Where did you get your voice from? What website did you go on and buy your voice? You can't find it, because God gave it to you when you came through your mama's birth canal. Okay, He had already wrapped you up in all of that. And so we have to learn how to stop putting God in a box, because He's an omnipotent and omniscient God. God is in everything, everywhere. And what we've tried to do is we try to put God into a place, in a space where only we can comprehend Him. And He's bigger than our comprehension. His ways aren't even our ways. So every good and perfect gift comes from Him. Music belongs to Him. Soul music, blues music, country, rap, jazz, it all belongs to Him.
That's right.
You know, and what people don't understand, they try to kill. It's just like what we are now with the AI. Same thing happened with the internet. Same thing happened with electric power. When we're in the midst of a shift, people become uncomfortable with what they don't know and what they're not familiar with.
That's true.
But that's where He gets His glory, in this shift. And so people are finding themselves going to shows now, clubs and things like that, and you're getting a lot more of that church influence. You're hearing more of God being promoted in these shows, because it's the same people. We used to demonize blues singers, and some of them people had more God and the Holy Ghost in them than some of the pastors in the pulpit. But we demonized these people because we wanted to put them in a space and place where we could comprehend them. And God ain't in that. He's not in that.
You're definitely right on that. Now, one thing for sure, here at Power 104, we try to play a mixture of music.
Yes.
I told some folks about the station. We're a new station, 16 months.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations, man.
A lady told me one time, she said, "Well, I listen to gospel music." I said, well, we play gospel music about 6 days a week, because on every Ricky Smiley show, he played gospel.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we got him 6 days a week.
Absolutely.
And then we got gospel on Sunday.
Absolutely.
So I told her, I said, well, ma'am, you can listen in to us, because we play gospel, so that's not a problem at all.
And I'll even go a step further. If you will open up your mind, you will find out that God's ministry is speaking through other mediums than just quote unquote gospel music. If you listen, if you tune your spirit, let every ear hear. You got to have the Spirit of God to be able to identify the movements of God. And a lot of people can't get with it because of that. You know what I'm saying?
That is real true.
Yeah.
And I think, let me just go on a different side of it. I think a lot of people, and I guess I'm particularly going to say women, and women, please forgive me.
Don't you get me in no trouble.
I don't get you in no trouble, but they know what they done did in their younger years.
Okay.
I'm thinking that someone may feel bad. I'm like, if I listen to this music, it's like I'm backsliding back to my old ways, and instead of, they say, well, yeah, I'm just gospel. I'm just going to listen to the gospel station, but I'm not going to listen to your station. I'm like, well, you still can listen to my station.
Well, let me speak to that, not even just from a gender perspective, because that's a spirit thing, not a gender thing. There's a difference in deliverance and dormancy. All right. So whatever you're delivered from, you can be around it and it doesn't affect you. Whatever that's laying dormant is just waiting for the right opportunity.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? And so we should be able, me personally, I take a lot of pride in my posture and my position with kingdom. I'm God's man for sure. But I'm going to give you one tremendous blues show. Soul show. We gonna swing from the chandelier.
Oh yeah.
We gonna throw it. We gonna toss it. But God gonna get the glory before we leave the stage. And so I have functionality and duality. I know how to be who I am to Him and be utilized by Him, as well as feeding the people, right? And I think it's very important that we learn how to embrace expansion. expansion in music, expansion in the arts, because again, it comes from him.
That is definitely true. Now let me ask you this question: where exactly are you from? What part of the country are you from?
I am from a beautiful place, God's country, Charlotte County, Virginia. It's so small it could fit in this office. My whole town could just fit right here. But when I tell you nothing but greatness, man, lovely people, people that love, wholesome roots, you know. So I was raised in the country with big dreams. I went to Stacks last time I was here a couple months ago. And it was very emotional for me. I am an Otis Redding buff. My daddy was my best friend. He's the reason why I'm in music today. And Otis Redding was his guy. And if it was his guy, it became my guy. Wilson Pickett, the Soul Clan, all these type of people. And being in the midst of where my ancestors have stood and seeing their impact. It may not mean a lot for you guys that are here a lot. But for a kid I was 3 and 4 years old reading the record, the 45 labels.
Okay.
Labels on the 45.
I remember.
Chess and Chimneyville and Buddha and, all of the Polydor. I was lusting to get to a place, to the Mecca where I knew it was popping. And it took me a long time to get here. So every time I leave my home in Virginia and come to Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, it's an experience for me. And I can't even play that cheap. I can't even downplay it. I got to just be honest with you. Sitting here with you in this city, it's just it's so rich for me.
Oh.
Yeah. It may not be rich for others, but it's rich for me.
Well, I feel the same way. I'm not originally from Memphis, but I've been here since 1993, so
Yes,
I
sir.
feel like I'm a Memphian now.
Yes, sir.
Now, he got his star, I think it's this year or last year.
Otis
did.
Wow, that's amazing.
He got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
That's
His
amazing.
brother, Roger Redding,
Yes.
who's still in the music business, that's still booking, actually for Mr. Julius Lewis. Shout out to Julius Lewis and the
Shout
Blues
out.
All Right tour.
Shout out.
So, matter of fact, I called Roger Redding on Otis' birthday because I gave a tribute to him.
Yes, sir.
On the radio station. So people like that has that history with Memphis, I'm gonna give him a tribute.
Absolutely.
On their birthday if I know about it.
Absolutely.
So I gave him a tribute, and I called Roger Redding and had him just talk about his brother. And before I played the tribute, when I talked to him initially, I say, Mr. Redding, what were songs that you like?
Mm-hmm.
So he gave me 2 songs. He said he made a whole lot of songs. I like a lot of songs, but these 2 songs right here
Yes, sir.
were my favorites.
Yes,
so I
sir.
made sure I put them in his tribute.
Yes, sir.
And he was able to listen to it, and he definitely called me back and told me thank you for playing tribute to my brother.
Absolutely. I had the pleasure of actually meeting his son before he passed, and I did a show out in Atlanta at a theater, and he was there and invited me to his house, and I got to talk with him and share my love for his dad. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, so that was very special to
I'm
me.
sure it was.
It was.
I'm sure it
It was very very surreal, And it's, for me, it's not just that. It's just that God had spoken this to me as a little boy at the age of 4.
Gotcha.
So, it's amazing that God is the kind of God that keep his word. Man can't keep his word overnight. He said, I'll pick you up at 7. It'd be 9 o'clock. He ain't there.
You're right about
saying?
that.
But God, to keep his word from 4 years old, and where he told me I would be and where he showed me that I would be, and he's doing it each step. It's just amazing for me.
That's wild. So stay listening right here on Power 104. We're going to take a break real quick and come back with more of Dr. Changeman Smith. Power 104.1, The Source, Memphis #1 Southern Soul and R&B station. We are back on the Tate Jones Show with Derek, the Changeman Smith.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's find out a little bit more about you.
Come on.
Now, you are a pastor, correct?
I am.
Okay, now, do you have a church in Virginia where you
I do.
And
Cross Serve Ministries worldwide.
Serve Ministry worldwide.
Cross Serve Ministries, where we cross economical boundaries, gender boundaries, racial boundaries, just to serve, man, to be a servant to the people, to teach them, show them, love on them.
That you definitely got to do. That what the church is for, to show them a way.
Yes, sir.
That might be better than what they're going through.
Yeah.
Now, for us music-wise, now, the first song that I personally know about is the one that's burning up the charts right now, the one that we're playing,
Yes,
the
sir.
one that, it actually has a special place in my heart.
Yes, sir.
because I could definitely identify
Most certainly. Yes, sir.
with the song.
Yes, sir.
And so a lot of times when I interview an artist, or if a younger artist come and talk to me and say, hey, how can I get more likes? How can I get played more? I say, first of all, you got to have something that's familiar. I said, if you have a song that tells a story and people can identify with it, you got you something there.
When we talk about soul music, number one, soul music, like soul food, is the music that touches you in places that you can't even find that you needed to be touched. So whatever you write that's true and authentic. Do you realize this song, Crazy About You, is almost a 7-minute sermon ballad?
Wow.
And for it to penetrate radio, which goes against radio grains, because most songs need to be 4/4/20 or something like that. And for it to be a ballad, when I recorded that song, when I finished, I sat in the studio, slid down the wall, and for 4 hours straight, I boo-hoo cried. I didn't even understand why. I wrote the song. The song is about a man that has had a relationship, and that relationship did not work out. But you could sometimes be with somebody, and even though they're gone away from you, but they still live inside you. And every time you smell something or see something, it'll take you back to a place. Them doggone Facebook memories will mess you up every time. You in Piggly Wiggly, you in the grocery store getting your, and you just happen to swipe because you won't check your balance.
Right.
And there go them memories. Golly. But something about memories, they don't always show you everything. It just take you back to the good part. So that song is talking about a man that has somebody still on the inside of him. He knows that she's going on with somebody else. And there's a rumor in town that oldest boy looks just like him.
Exactly.
You know? So we don't know about that. We might have to go to Maury. But people can identify. And that song was explicit. It talked about having the picture behind the wallet. A lot of people may not have it in their wallet, but they got a picture somewhere. Or that one that got away. You know, you with Harold, but you think about Jimmy. You know, you with Teresa, but you think about Pamela. You know, so we all have had that. So that song is true. I didn't sit and write a song that said roses are red, violets are blue. Now let me see what's gonna rhyme with that. I didn't go. None of my music is as such. I'm a prolific songwriter because I write the soundtrack to life. My advice would be to artists that's coming up is write what's true to you. Stop trying to get on the contemporary bandwagon. Everybody want a boot and everybody want a fan. If that's your thing, fan on and boot on. But if that ain't your thing, stay in your lane. And your people will emerge. Everybody ain't going over there to the boots and the fans. Somebody want to go over here to the sequence and the tablecloth. Somebody want to do that. So who gonna serve them people if everybody over here? So you just got to be true to yourself, man. And that's why this song particularly, as well as all of my music, it touches in a place that you didn't even know was available to be touched.
Well, I ask a lot of artists this question right here. I know you sing.
Yes, sir.
You just said you wrote.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you produce also?
Everything you hear on my music, I did it.
You did it.
Background, music, produced, every bit of it.
I know some of the artists that come here, they say, well, you know, I sing, I may do some writing, I might tell the producer how I want it, you know. But, you know, I always like to ask that question to see where you are with that because, you know, we have some people out here that are great writers.
Yes. Shout out Jay Lake.
Jay Lake, definitely. He's one of them. He's the one that actually started me to ask that question right there. But just say, for instance, like a Neo, I want to say he started out writing up for people before he actually started singing.
Yes.
Same thing with Kanye West.
Absolutely.
So they was writers there. So, well, you know, I can do it too.
Absolutely.
You know, and I had one young lady, she was saying that, you know, I like to write, but, you know, I don't think my writing is up to par to what I'm trying to meet, you know, so I'm just gonna stay on the singing, and I have my producer to produce it, and I have my writer. I said, well, that's fine. I just always just like to ask that question to see where your skill set at, because you know, just like any kind of business, sometimes you have reciprocal seasons.
Absolutely.
You know, so the song might not be doing too good right now. You can't come up with nothing, but you might be able to write something for another artist and still get income.
Absolutely, absolutely. Having a shout out to SKD Entertainment. We celebrate 19 years of our
well, congratulations on that.
Thank you. And so I write for, I've written for a lot in my past. And if I'm going to write a song for you, I'm not just gonna hand you a song. God has given me the gifting where we're gonna talk about your life, and I'll transcribe so that when you sing it, it's something you can connect to. You know, everybody don't connect to everything, but whatever is true and pure, it's gonna always penetrate.
So let me ask you this crazy about you now. Do you just do Southern soul? Do you do gospel? You write gospel? You sing that?
I write everything. I have
Everything.
a country album.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir. I got another country album that's coming out called Confessions in the Key of Country. I do jazz. I perform jazz, blues, gospel, soul. If it makes music and it is not explicit, you'll find me over there.
What about instruments?
Yes, I love jazz. I play keys.
Okay.
That's my thing.
Play keys? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let me throw something that's kind of funny. I always say that Memphis has such a rich music heritage. I got a gentleman here in Memphis. He goes by the name of New Boy. And he said, man, I'm coming up with my own form of music.
All right.
He called it Contrap.
All right. Come on, let's get it.
So it's country music
Yeah.
out of the trap house.
Yeah.
So it's called Contrap.
Yeah.
It's called a Memphis Slide. It's a really good song, really good song. Matter of fact, he did a remake with Memphis' own Anthony Q. And man, it
Shout out
sounds
Anthony
good.
Q.
Oh yeah, congratulations on that new signing with Capitol Records. Anthony
that's
Q
major.
and the 901 Music Group. They're doing some big things
That's
right
amazing,
here out of
man.
Memphis.
That's
They are.
amazing. That's amazing. Shout out to another artist that's right here in the city. Want to give a shout out to Why Not Ross. Want to give a shout out to Dre Walker, to my girl, my sis, Karen.
Karen Wolf. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to just amazing people in this market, man.
So let me ask you this: what actually brought you to Memphis today?
Today, man, I'm here promoting. I have a tour that's out. It's called One Man, One Mic, One Night, and we will be at the VIP on November the 1st. It's a Saturday night, so I'm calling all the grown folks from way down from the Hully Gully of Alabama and Mississippi. I want you to take that ride. Number one, because the VIP is a very special place. I love the VIP. Shout out to Mr. A and his crew. And shout out to Gerard Rayborn, man. That survivor right there, that warrior right there. Shout out to him. That's where I actually met and played.
Okay.
The first time I came was for his Love Day. And so we're bringing my tour there, man. One man, one mic, one night. I'm going to put it on you. We're going to swing from the chandelier. It's going to be amazing. Then on the next day, we do something called Safe Stations across the nation. And that's where we get to, I'll take like a R&B or soul song and preach the word of God out of it. And,
wow.
And then have some real adult conversations and wrapped up in the word.
So now, is that going to be the same facility?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Same spot.
Okay.
Same spot.
Oh man,
yes,
did y'all hear that?
we bring God and make church wherever we are. We sanctify the place. The place don't bother us. You see what I'm saying? So you ain't got to put your church clothes on, put your big hat, leave that it's for Mother's Day. You ain't got to bring that with Pastor Derek. Come, bring your braids and your wigs and eyelash. Just come on and enjoy it, man. And we get to just help people, man, with life. Applications of life.
Well, let me ask you this question now. You said it's a 2-day event, so is there a ticket for both the days, or you buy one ticket for each separate event?
Well, you can. The tickets are separate, but they're all on online, and they're on onemanonemic.eventbrite.com. And you go online and you'll see the different packages and different seating ticket options. But and I want to say this not just for me, but I want to say this to the listening audience. Those of us that are. If you're going to plan to do something, our people have just had this thing where we like to wait to the last minute.
Yeah.
A lot of times people are saying that shows are canceling, things of that nature, just from the simple fact that you wait to the last minute. So whatever you're doing, if you're going to do something, go and commit to it. So in other words, get them tickets.
Being a promoter myself, I definitely agree with you on that. If our people were to go ahead and buy those tickets in advance, it would really help a promoter out to see where they need to go
Absolutely.
with it. Even if you had, just say for instance, if you had, a vendor, a food vendor, you'd be like, yeah, we're going to have X amount. And they might say, well, how the ticket sales going? Well, it's a little slow right now. And I'll be honest with you, Memphis have been known to be a last minute city. But they know to show up though.
Yeah, that's as I travel nationally and internationally as well. And I just find that that's just something within our culture that we need to that's a root that produces fruit that we should not like. Being lackadaisical and last minute. I want the best seats in the house. If I'm going somewhere, I don't want what's left. I don't want the residue, the crumbs. I want And I want VIP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want VIP.
That's one thing I have noticed that a lot of people want that VIP.
They do. They do.
I had a show one time. I had more VIP shows than I had general seats.
Yeah,
so.
no, we do. The VIP tickets sell very well with the things that we do.
We want to feel special.
Absolutely.
Especially the VIP, that's where we actually had our 1 year anniversary over there at Mr. A's. You know,
Yes,
we had
sir.
a great show. We had a sellout crowd. I mean, it was so many people. I think it was over 500 some people in there. And man, we had a great time. Nice lineup too.
You know what I love about the VIP venue? It's a sizable venue, but it feels intimate.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I travel. I'm on the road about maybe 48 weekends out of a year. I travel extensively, and I'm particular about where I place my tour shows.
Okay.
And that's a wonderful thing, man. He has just a nice venue. It feels cozy, but yet it's sizable. You know,
Definitely.
that's rare.
And Mr. A been doing this for a long time.
Yeah,
Long time.
Shout out to him, man, and longevity.
Longevity. I mean, he's
Shout
still
out.
doing it. You know, he said he got a little saying that he has, and it's so funny to me. He said, "I might be old and I might walk bent over, but I'm straight as a nail."
Yeah, and he mean it too.
He mean it. He don't play.
He mean it too, brother.
That's what I love about it, man. He don't play with it.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we get ready to get into the song right now. Crazy About You. If you are a Power 104 listener, you know about this song. You already know about this song. But for those that may not know about it, check it out right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce the song.
Yes, sir. Memphis and surrounding area, 104.1 The Source. You're listening to the one and only Pastor Tate, the Change Man Smith, and this is Crazy About You.
I tell you what, man, that is a great song. Like I said, it hits me and affects me personally too. Now, you say it took you 4 hours to work that song? Or did you say you was crying for 4 hours?
Man, literally, I slid down the wall and cried for 4 hours of this song, man. And I did not realize what such a pouring out that was, you know, for that song, man. You know, when people move on, but they still got a piece of you or you got a piece of them, baby, that's that sticky icky.
It
man.
really
That's that thing right there that you know, you try to move on and go on with life, but they still got, you know, renting some space in your heart and your head. Brother.
That's true.
That's a little heavy.
Oh, I said I could definitely identify with it. You know, it's kind of funny to me, but man, when I first heard this song, I'm gonna tell you what it kind of reminded me of.
Come on.
Another pastor
All right.
out of Blytheville, Arkansas.
The one and only Pastor Tim Rogers.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
It kind of
Shout
put
out
me in
to
the
Rogers.
mind of that song. Not the same thing, but kind of rhythm, the sway with it. I said it kind of
Shout out
reminded
to
me of
Tim
that
Rogers.
song.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Tim Rogers. I've been blessed to book him on shows, and we've been together on that side as well. But yeah, man, I got another song that we're gonna play. It's called "Roll With You."
Roll with you.
And what I love about "Roll With You" is that if you in a relationship, sometimes that thing can get stale. You keep doing that same old thing. We already know what time it is when you know you do that same old thing.
Yeah.
It's the same lineup, same outcome. You know what I'm saying? It's predictable. You can set your watch. You know what I'm saying? But this song "Roll With You" is it talks about a man who, you know, he says, "Look, I got something different for you tonight." So he tell her go into that bedroom, and on the bed he got a dress and some money for her eyelashes. You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
I'm talking
Gonna
about.
take her out on the town. So make it all about them tonight. You know.
It's all about that woman, man. You know, I was talking to a comedian the other day, and I was telling him that I know for a fact that women are the biggest purchaser of tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And then he reiterated something to me. He said, "Women are the biggest purchaser of everything." I said, "Well, yeah, you got a point there."
Mhm. Absolutely.
And then I said, "Well, another point is it's more of them than us."
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
just by the numbers,
Absolutely.
they're going to do more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to all the women in the world all the ladies, all the grown warriors, shout out to them that's overcomers. Shout out to those that are pursuing and pressing and filling in gaps and roles, doing multiple things. Shout out to all of y'all.
Let me ask you this quick question. Would you say that you have more members at your church that are women versus men?
Well, I really can't say because the majority of my impact is global, because I travel so much. Okay. And so it's surprisingly, I've never seen anything like this. This song, Crazy About You in particular, it's a 50-50. The men love it as much as the women. And I mean, when I sing it and perform it, the men holler with me just as much as the women. It's a universal song, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to all the men that's just trying to be a man, bro.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's all we can be.
2025, boy, it ain't easy. Being cheesy.
Hey, boy, the longest yard.
Listen, man, shout out to all the men that ain't got it right but trying to get it right and messed up. Shout out to the men toe up from the floor up, beat up from the feet up, need a checkup from the neck up, that's trying, that been messed up. But keep pressing, King. Whoever you are out there listening, keep pressing, man. God got you. God got you.
Well, what I want to do now is go ahead and we're definitely going to play your other song, but I want you to tell everybody where they can get in touch with you at, where they can follow you at, because one thing I know for a fact, on this thing we call Facebook and social media, there are so many fake pages. So many fake pages. And let me go back to these women. Because I put a post up.
Security.
I'm trying to help them right now. I'm trying to help them.
Okay. Don't you get me
No. Now listen where I'm going with this.
All right, come on.
I'll put a post up and it'll go viral.
Okay.
I might have an artist with me on the picture.
Okay.
Some joker come in there and play like they're that artist.
Yes, sir.
Women, King George is not asking you for $50.
Wow.
Marcellus the singer is not asking you for $50. But the reason these scammers do that, because they go for that. Some go for that. So one time, a young lady, I had a King George doing a promo for me. She said, "Oh, we love you, King George. We love you, King George." And I sent her a message. This is Tate Jones with Power 104, and he just did a promo. Well, I still love you. I said, okay, that's fine. The very next day, I get an inbox from the same woman, and she said, "You're not going to tell me good morning?" I said, "This is not King George.
Wow.
This is a radio station."
Wow.
So with all that being said, give people your tags and handles where they can follow the real.
Absolutely. Well, I want you to follow me. I'm on social media at Derek the Change Man Smith. That's DEREK, the Change Man Smith. And you just put that in, you'll find me everywhere. And you can, if you want a book, let me tell y'all something. I do backyard parties, rent parties, just got out of jail parties, about to go to jail parties, thought you was pregnant but turned out you're not pregnant parties. I do them all. Call me at 813-649-7977. Big or small, we do them all. Call me, man, wherever you need to have the change man come and swing from the chandelier. We'll make that happen. 813-649-7977, or you can email us at skdentertainment@gmail.com.
All right, y'all just heard it from Derek the Change Man Smith. Now, this is Tate Jones on the microphone. I always help people to say it with me, so I need you to say it with me. This is Tate Jones on the microphone. Say it with me now.
This is Tate Jones on the microphone.
Jones on the microphone.
Yes,
that's all right. Power 104.1, the source. This is the Tate Jones Show. We really appreciate everybody listening in. Tell a friend, tell another friend. But until next Sunday, I'll see ya.
Change ain't change till you change. We gone.